life is a mess and you're totally stressed out, just call Trent. Just call Trent. When your wife is cold as ice and you need some advice, just call Trent. Just call Trent. He'll shoot it straight and he won't say no. He'll just give you that advice and say, well, there you go.
Hello, welcome to another episode of There You Go with Trent Mabry. Of course, I'm your host, Trent Mabry. Today, my guest is Katie Hetlage. How are you, Katie?
Good. I'm good. You don't. Well, here's the thing. As you know, my family did a beer tasting yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was given instructions to not be hungover for this podcast, and those instructions were not followed.
Oh no.
I know. So, but I've got my water here, and
yeah, you got to stay hydrated.
We're good. Yeah, we're great.
How was the beer tasting?
It was good. It was, yeah. I didn't know what to expect, and we started off with this guy just giving us like a beer that it's like the equivalent of a European Bud Light, and I was like, this is gonna be boring. But by the end of it, it turns out it was fun because I'd been drinking.
Yeah, you got sloshed.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I did not at the actual beer tasting, but the problem is once you start drinking, you're like, this is fun, I'll keep doing it. So then you just keep going. That was the problem.
I see. And this was in St. Louis?
Yes. Yep. With the fam.
Did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, I did. It was nice. I mean, yeah, it wasn't normal Christmassy stuff, you know.
Why is that?
I don't know if you've heard there's a pandemic. But it was good. And Joe, my boyfriend, went
my first guest.
First guest on this podcast.
Yeah.
Did a pretty good job, I suppose.
He was all right.
We've got more guests. Well,
I haven't had him back.
That is true. He doesn't have any more advice to give.
No, he's all out.
Used it all up.
Have you ever seen the movie Meet Me in St. Louis?
We used to watch that in my music classes in grade school.
Just the ones you took, not the ones you taught.
I didn't teach music. Yeah, no. The teacher would just throw that on and be like, well, this is music and it's St. Louis, so here you go. So I watched it many, many times. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Oh, it's good. You should give it. It's like a Christmassy kind of movie.
I know, that's what I saw it on. I like to watch TCM, Turner Classic Movies, sometimes, and it was on there, but I didn't watch it. But I did watch the Renee Zellweger movie about Judy Garland. Did you see that?
Oh, Judy. Yeah.
Yeah, Judy.
I did. I saw that in theaters.
Wow.
Remember when that was a thing we did?
Yeah. You'll never do that again.
No.
They're all done.
Lost to history.
But that was a good movie.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. All right. You ready to get, you know what you're doing? You're giving advice?
Yeah, we're going to give some advice.
Go ahead.
We'll see how it goes. I don't think I'm like great at giving advice. Some people say maybe too blunt, mostly my former students. Anytime they would ask me for relationship advice, I just told them to break up. So
that's normally what I do if I have to give like relationship advice with Dear Abby. I just say, yeah, it's over. If you're asking for advice, it's done.
Exactly. That's what I think too. So,
but this isn't really. It kind of is about a relationship, but it's not really. And we'll get into it. But I gotta explain. I gotta explain to the folks at home.
Sure.
Sometimes people email me at advicefromtrent@gmail.com. That's advice from Trent at Gmail. But nobody emailed me this week. So we read a letter to Dear Abby and we compare our advice to Dear Abby's advice. And I'm going to pull it up on my iPhone 7 Plus.
Ooh.
A big shot. Hold on. There we go. All right. The title is, now I picked this before Joe posted a video of you doing karaoke.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, my family did family karaoke while we were home.
Yeah, but
which
this
is just where you all scream at the same time.
Well, this has to do with karaoke. What are the odds?
Okay. Yeah, wow.
Okay, karaoke fans have more love for singing than talent. That's the title. Dear Abby, my wife, this is in quotes, Karen,
Ooh.
a little hacky already, loves to sing karaoke along with many others, most of whom are vocally challenged. Listening to some of them can be grueling when we go out. Karen knows many of these performers, and when they finish, she goes and tells them what a great job they've done. When I asked her why she gives the false compliments, she said, I don't want to hurt their feelings. Well, the same goes for Karen. The other singers compliment her to the point that she now believes she has a competition-worthy voice. In reality, while her voice isn't terrible, it's nowhere near what she thinks it is. My wife is the love of my life and the nicest person I've ever known. I'm concerned for the future if someone should ever be honest with her about this, because so far no one has been. Should I tell her the truth to save her from potential public embarrassment, or should I keep my mouth shut? Signed, Covering My Ears.
Okay, well, I think the answer clearly is to break up. For this. Here, I don't know if you know this about me, Trent, but I've karaoke'd a time or two in my day.
I've seen it, yeah.
Not nearly as much as Joe has. He used to karaoke every night for like 2 years.
Well, that's ridiculous.
This was before we met.
I would hope so.
But you know, I've karaoke. Have you ever been to here in Broad Ripple, the Monkey's Tail?
I have not.
Well, it's a karaoke bar, and I used to do improv there, and then we'd stick around for karaoke afterwards. And yeah, there's some people that are there every time, and they're not good, but they give it their all, and I don't say anything to them afterwards.
Right, you don't say good or bad.
Yeah, you just kind of leave it.
Yeah.
But I will say there have been times when my karaokeing has been captured on video, and I have received a comment from someone that we both know, but I won't shame them publicly, who basically said, like, I think it's great that you karaoke even though you're not good.
Wow.
And you know what? It didn't deter me. I still think I'm pretty good at karaoke. So I think this guy should she's not going to believe him if he says anything. And she's probably not going to believe anyone else at this point if they say that she's bad. So
right.
She's just going to live her life thinking she's good, and no one can tell her otherwise.
Yeah, here's my thing. I think this guy needs to relax. Have a little fun. It's not like I don't think she's gonna go audition for American Idol. She just likes to go out and sing karaoke.
Of all the vices to have, that's not a bad one. She could be a meth addict, and then you've got something to complain about. But this guy,
yeah,
he's really nitpicking here. I think she should break up with him.
She should. She needs the advice. She should be, why did I marry a guy that's kind of a jerk?
And he's calling her Karen?
Right.
This guy.
I know, but I forgot to mention this was written in 2017. So he was kind of ahead of the time on the Karen.
Yeah, it doesn't seem deserved for her. I also wish that I had some more background info on what is her song choice.
Right. What's your song choice? What's your go-to song?
My go-to is 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, because it's upbeat, it's pretty quick, people sing along, and everyone has a good time. That's the key.
Do you do the nail thing? Have you ever seen her do the Dolly Parton do the nail thing?
I can't. I mean, these nails are very brittle. I have incredibly brittle nails. It's a fatal flaw, pretty much. I've tried taking vitamins to help, but it doesn't. You're supposed to take prenatal vitamins, but that's like before when you're like gonna have a baby, which I'm not. That's not. I didn't come on here to announce anything.
Oh, I thought we had a breaking
like
news.
Yeah. No. So no, I'm not gonna be able to do that with the nails.
Well, don't try. I don't want you to chip your white nail polish.
Thank you. Yeah, it just looks like this looks like whiteout.
It kind of does, yeah.
It's not. It's actual nail polish. It's very chipped. Putting these
I didn't
away.
want to make you self-conscious about it. Like this guy's doing to his wife.
Oh yeah, back to them. Yeah, I mean, okay, so we agreed this guy needs to chill out. Does he karaoke?
I don't think so. It says he just watches, it seems like. He just
like
watches
weirdo.
and judges. Yeah.
Yeah,
and he also says
cut him loose.
he also says that her singing is not terrible, but it's nowhere near what she thinks it is.
And also, is it so wrong to let your partner believe something nice about themselves?
No, I mean unless it gets embarrassing.
Yeah, but as long as she's not like signing up for, I don't know, some kind of like singing competition.
Yeah, she's trying to get Blake Shelton to turn his chair.
Do you watch The Voice? Big Voice fan?
No, I don't watch The Voice. But I know who's on The Voice.
We watch The Voice.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't like. Well, you would know because you watch it, but I've never heard of any Voice winner becoming a star.
No, literally, like none of them go on to do anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know how great it is for people.
Yeah, that's why like I don't understand how it's still on. I mean, I understand it's a singing show, people like that, but nobody has succeeded afterwards. It's not like American Idol where you had Justin Guarini.
Yeah, well, American Idol has two people who are coaches on The Voice, Kelly Clarkson and Jennifer Hudson. They're both voice coaches.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So I don't know what that says, but it says a lot.
Have you ever seen the Dr. Pepper commercials with Justin Guarini? He plays Little Sweet. You know that?
No, I don't.
He's like it's like Diet Dr. Pepper or something, but he's dressed up like an 80s rock guy. And and they call him Little Sweet. And I didn't know who he was at first, but in the very bottom corner, there's like a little thing that says Little Sweet is played by Justin Guarini.
I feel like if they have to tell people, then it's like you're really not doing much for this commercial. No one's gonna be like, wait, now I need a Dr. Pepper. People are really, Dr. Pepper can be real hit or miss with people. Some people really hate it.
Really? I've always I like Dr. Pepper, yeah. My favorite it's my favorite is 7-Up.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. But I prefer Mr. Pibb over Dr. Pepper. Your thoughts?
Yes. I agree with that, but I don't. Can you buy Mr. Pibb at the store?
Yes, they still sell Mr. Pibb. They've renamed it though. It's called Pibb Extra.
Pibb Extra, right.
Yeah, but the only difference, it's extra good.
That's what I get, to bring this whole thing back. That's what I get when I go see a movie at the movie theater.
Oh, Mr.
The
Pibb.
good old Pibb Extra, yeah.
Yeah, that is a good choice. With some, you like a nice popcorn, hot buttered popcorn.
I'll get a popcorn every once in a while. But another thing, maybe controversial, I really like going to the movies by myself.
Oh, that's the best. Love it.
Yeah, that's like fantastic. So I usually don't get a popcorn if I'm going by myself. I'll get one if I'm there with friends. Yeah, big fan of by myself movies. I used to go when I was teaching over breaks, and I would just go at like 10 a.m. on a Tuesday, and no one else would be there.
Yeah, that's the best. You by yourself. You got
Or
nobody
it's just
else
me and old people.
Oh, here's the best. When there's nobody else in the theater. You're in your living room, a big TV.
Oh yeah, I text the whole time about the movie that I'm watching, and then I film it,
and you sell it.
And then I sell it, and that's actually, I've made it's very lucrative.
I imagine
they're teaching because of it.
Well, it's
things aren't great right now.
It's not that hard to make more money than teaching.
It's true.
I used to go to the flea market. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
And
I'm familiar.
And this guy used to just sell bootleg DVDs just in the open.
Wow.
No care in the world.
Brazen. Good for him.
Yeah, I never bought any though because I don't like breaking the law.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there.
What's the last movie you saw in the theater?
The last movie that I saw in the theaters was Sonic the Hedgehog with Jim Carrey as the villain.
Yeah.
The new one. Yeah.
Oh, that Sonic the Hedgehog, the one with Jim Carrey.
I don't know if there are other Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, I don't
movies.
think so.
I'm not a big Sonic head. I don't know what his fans are called.
I think that's right. Sonic heads. Hedgehog head. I don't know. But
it's hedgehog, but it's spelled different.
Yeah, with HEAD.
Right.
Did you ever do the spelling bee?
I did. Yeah, I did the spelling bee at my Catholic grade school that I went to. We had a spelling bee every year, but you could only do it once you reached third grade. K through 2, not allowed, because I guess you're still learning how to spell. That makes sense. And finally, my 8th grade year, I made it all the way to the finals, or like the final kind of top 5 or whatever. And then I got out on the word cilantro.
Oh, that's a tough one. I never heard of cilantro till like a couple years ago.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was, and so I said S instead of C.
I could see that.
Everyone in my class was mad at me about it.
They're mad at you?
Yeah, because that year they did it differently. So there was just going to be a boy and a girl from each class that made it to the final all-school one. So we had like mini spelling bees just in the class to like narrow it down. And so I was the girl representative from our class, and I got out and they were mad.
That sucks.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
I did it one year, and I think it was 4th grade. And I misspelled celebration.
Did you say S too?
No, I wasn't that dumb.
Oh. I thought maybe we had a similar spelling issue.
I mean, it is kind of similar, but I spelled it CELABRATION. It's
Is it E?
CLE. Yeah.
Oh.
See, you didn't even
Okay, now
know.
I know. Yeah, I would have lost the spelling bee immediately.
But my friends weren't mad at me though.
Joe's tiptoeing around. Did you want to say hi?
Oh, hi, Joe.
Okay.
I'll cut that out.
Ugh.
Tell Trent I said I kissed him.
Tell Trent. Joe said he kissed you. I guess he was kissing the AirPod.
Oh, okay, I get it.
So hope it
That'll
traveled
all be
through.
cut out.
Perfect. Yeah, we're recording. Okay. Anyway, the worst spelling bee though, if I had to rank them, was my first spelling bee in third grade, because in third grade they made everyone in the class do it for some reason. It was like
I
you
don't like
had
that.
to
I don't like that.
your first year. Yeah, that was bad. And this one girl, Marissa, she was so nervous and scared that she peed her pants.
Ooh.
Well, actually her skirt, because it was a uniform, while she was sitting up in front of everyone, like in the gym. And so then we had to like line up to go up to do the spelling words, and we all had to like walk around it before they cleaned it up. And then one girl didn't see it, and she slipped and fell in the pee.
No way.
That's a real story. Yeah.
That's gross. You know, it was crazy. The word that she had to spell, urine.
I don't remember if she even had to spell a word. Maybe she did get out of it. So I guess
maybe that was her plan all along.
Yeah. But when you're in a small school like I was, we had like 30 kids in the class, and they're K through 8. She did not ever live it down, and there's some bullying for sure. Not by me.
I get it. Well, no, you're not a bully. But I went to a small elementary school too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. One time I threw up on the teacher after after finishing my I-step test.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a trooper. I gotta finish this.
So you just held it in?
Yeah, because I felt bad the entire morning.
I gotta fill in this.
Yeah, well, they freak you out about the I-step, and then
for sure.
And then at the end, I finished, and then I raised my hand. I go, I don't feel good, and then I threw up immediately all over the teacher. And then I got to go home.
Yeah, that's like pretty good. I also threw up in school once when I was in first grade, because I told my teacher I didn't feel well and asked if I could go to the bathroom, and she said no. She like didn't believe me or something. She's like, no, you're fine. Go back to your seat. So I did, and then I started crying because I felt so bad, but I couldn't leave my seat because she told me I couldn't. So then I'm just crying, and then I just vomited all over my desk and the two girls sitting next to me. We were not really friends after that, understandably.
Yeah. The one time I threw up like 3 times in school, and one time
Ever?
No, not ever. Probably 4. But one time I threw up. This was probably 2nd grade or maybe 1st grade. I threw up at the desk, but it was on the ground, and it was a carpeted ground.
Yeah.
And instead of telling the teacher, I just rubbed it in with my feet.
That's really gross.
Nobody said anything.
You got away with it?
Yeah.
It had to like smell though, right?
I don't remember. But no, maybe people just thought it was best to just ignore it. Like, this guy should ignore his wife having a bad voice.
Yeah,
we all loop it back around
from you.
You can learn a lesson from me in 1st grade. Just ignore it. All right, let's see
Yeah,
what.
that's definitely.
Let's
What did
see.
Abby say? I can't imagine she would have different advice than us because our advice was so good. But
Yeah, it was perfect. All right, she says. Now I haven't read this before, so I don't know what it says. Dear covering, unless your wife decides to audition for American Idol, the chances of her being booed off stage are slim. You don't have to sing her praises, but I see nothing positive to be gained by diminishing her pleasure in performing. The word from here is keep your lip zipped. That's exactly what we
there we
said,
go.
pretty much.
Yeah, we're like professional advice givers.
Yeah, we could write a newspaper column.
Let's do it. You know, those newspapers, they're looking for new material.
Yeah,
They've
they
got all
pay.
that extra funding just laying around.
They pay well, I think.
Better than teaching, maybe.
Probably. But teaching is there. There's no teaching anymore either. There is, but it's all virtual. Right?
Yeah,
Most of it.
the school that I taught at is like in person all the time.
Oh, all the time?
Everyone's there getting sick.
Where I live, it's like 2 days on and 2 days off or something, whatever.
Yeah.
Even though that doesn't add up to.
Hybrid.
Yeah. And then they got 1 day.
I think and I have thought this for a long time. No one can say otherwise. I think we should all have a 4-day work week. That should be a standard thing.
Yeah.
In the United States of America.
No
That's
disagreement.
all I want to say about that. But
no disagreement here.
I think we could get the same amount of stuff done. That's the platform that I'm running on for president of the United States. That's what I came here to announce. Actually, I do have an announcement. It's that.
That's even bigger than being pregnant. You're running for president. Yeah, I don't even think you're old enough.
I'm not. You have to be 35.
Yeah, what do you think of that? I think that's kind of dumb.
Well, I think instead of maybe a minimum age, there should be like a maximum age limit.
That's true. I agree with
like
that.
maybe no over 70 should be allowed. Just throwing that out there. But yeah, did you know that the average age in the Senate is 61? That's just a fun fact.
I would have thought older.
You.
But I don't know. I'm not good at
That's
math.
like pretty old.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is. But some people say 60 is the new 40.
Who says that?
I don't know. I think
60-year-olds?
70-year-olds, I think. They give advice to their people that are 10 years younger than them. They go, oh, you're 60, you don't know how good you have it. You could have been, you're the average age of a senator.
Yeah, and you still got a lot of life left ahead of you.
Yeah, you could become, you don't know, maybe in 17 years you become the president.
Yeah. You can retire and then still become president.
You're riding trains in Delaware.
That's how you stay young. Young at heart. Trains.
But yeah, I agree with the 4-day work week. You get more stuff done. You have more time to do karaoke.
Exactly.
Work
Maybe
on your
she
voice.
could practice.
Yeah, take voice
more.
lessons.
And then, why he should like offer to get her voice lessons.
That's what he should do. That's what he should do.
That could be nice. I took voice lessons in high school.
Oh yeah?
Not for karaoke, but for musical theater. That's what I did in high school. No sports. So yeah, once a week I would go to voice lessons, and I would go to this woman's basement and sing, and she'd play piano, and just had a lot of cats everywhere.
And do you think your voice got better?
I do think it did. It did get better, but now it's back to pretty much shit. So
So what does voice lessons entail?
you do vocal exercises like,
So like
scales,
do,
and
re, mi,
like,
fa, sol, la, ti,
yeah,
sound of
yeah,
music.
you do that a bunch, and then you pick out songs, or your teacher picks out songs, and then you practice them, and then you sing them, and then at some point you have like a recital. Where you used to practice. I used to practice for my auditions.
What, did you ever get any lead roles in the school plays?
Mostly no, but my senior year we did Les Mis, and I played Fantine, and that's the prostitute that dies at the beginning.
I never saw it.
It's Anne Hathaway's character
Oh, okay.
in the movie. She like cuts off her hair and has a kid, and then she dies, but she gets to sing a big song, and then she comes back at the end as a ghost.
Well, spoiler alert.
Yeah, I mean,
Was on my list.
yeah, put that and Meet Me in St. Louis on your.
I know that was
going
to be my next double feature. List. My next double feature. Big Russell Crowe guy.
You know,
there's a guy who can't
say
sing.
That he's really bad in that, and I think he is fine.
He's fine, like this lady.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
And if Russell Crowe can be okay at singing and still play a major role in a musical, then who's to say that this woman can't also actually go far with singing?
Exactly. So there's our advice. Let the lady sing. If you're feeling generous, maybe get her some voice lessons as a nice gift. But don't discourage her from having fun.
No, absolutely not.
So there you go. I hope that helps. All right, I think that's good enough. You got anything to plug, Katie?
January 22nd is Joe Bates' album release. We're gonna have an album release show at the Rabbit, and you and I are both gonna be on the show.
I'm on it. The White Rabbit, January 22nd. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Fountain Square.
Yep, absolutely. And then I also have a podcast with a good friend of mine, my BFF, called Girls Just Wanna, and people can listen to that if they like the sound of my voice, because it's on there quite a bit.
Well, it's your podcast.
Yes.
And
so it makes sense.
Yeah, so check out Katie's podcast, and you can follow me on Twitter at Trent Mabry, and on Instagram Trent_Mabry. Didn't get
not
Trent
quick
Mabry.
Enough.
No, I guess not. I think the pastor have you seen that? There's another Trent Mabry.
Oh yeah, the YouTube videos.
Yeah,
man. I don't think there are any other Katie Hetlages in the world, actually. So,
well, I thought that about Trent Mabry.
Live a double life. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised.
Me too, but I was scrolling on YouTube, and I see that, and I go, oh, no.
Beat you to it.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. That's the show. Thanks for doing it, Katie. As always, this is Trent Mabry signing off. Bye-bye. Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Mercy. And maybe I seem a bit confused. Yeah, maybe. But I got you pegged. But I don't know what to do with those tossed salads and scrambled eggs. They're calling again. Scrambled eggs all over my face. What is a boy to do? Mabry has left. the building.